Here's the good news. There's a lot of really well-priced houses out there. There's a lot of post-foreclosure houses out there. There's a lot of houses that are just good houses that are reasonably priced because of the downward pressure on the entire market. My question to the people in this business is, if you had a buyer, why in the world would you involve them in a situation like this that calls into question and calls into jeopardy your relationship with them, their ability to buy a house in a timely, effective, efficient manner? I mean, we have some responsibilities to these people, and one of them is to make sure that they don't get run over by a truck in the parking lot, you know? And I've seen way too many of these kind of things happen. So for those reasons, Tina, I'm going to suggest to you that you avoid short sales. Tom, I'm also going to suggest to you, with all due respect, that you not spend your money on a short sale seminar.
Oh, no. I caught that on like the first meeting in this room.
Yeah.
You said something about that. I was like,
So,
Well, the other problem is all the agents that don't list it.
all the agents that don't list it in the yeah, well, they're supposed to.
I know they are.
What I would say to Tina is, if you're into the short sale and you're already working with them, it will be a plethora of information and learning experience. You will learn a lot. And then
Well,
I'm spending way too much time in Harvard though.
earlier this morning, Tom said he would really like to get a buyer, to which I responded perhaps too harshly. I get them every day, and the reason is because I have listings. So I apologize to you for that. But there's a point involved in all of that. Tom, if I didn't have any listings, nobody would be calling me today either.
right.
Okay? And I've got 33 years in this, okay? So, unless my cousin or whatever happened to be buying a house today, in absence of the listings that I have, no one would call me about real estate today. And I guarantee you someone will, okay? So, having said that, why are listings important? Let's just review. We're going to go off topic, surprise, for just a second. Why are listings important to you?
Listings attract buyers.
Yeah, they attract buyers, okay? Let me ask you this. Do buyers attract listings?
Kind of do, yeah.
When's the last time, Gay, you listed a house because you had a buyer? Ben, that ever happened to you?
I've
No?
only been this for a year, so.
Roger? Yours a long time.
I got a referral from a buyer once.
You got a referral from a buyer? Okay, so maybe once in a while, on a tangential basis or on a tangent, you might get one, but not very often.
Once in a while you will, because you'll have someone
Exactly.
who is financially independent and they're going to buy a house first, then they will list their house, but those are so very few and far between.
Why, is there any other reasons why listings are important?
It's free advertising for yourself.
It's free advertising for yourself. What else? I'll give you one. Listings attract listings. How?
Because the neighbors see the sign.
Because the neighbors see the sign. Do you ever drive down a street and you see one sign with an agent's name on it? You drive down and you see the same sign, same agent? There's a reason for that.
Same thing with FSBOs.
Same thing with FSBOs. They cluster it. Yeah.
Listings, the perception in the public isn't, if I'm working with a buyer and another company has the listing, they don't see it as Key sold the house. They refer to it as the company who listed it sold it.
So far this year, our company sold 360 listings. Okay? Which ain't bad for a company that didn't exist 2 years ago. It's a huge number. I don't know how familiar you are with how huge that is in Toledo, Ohio. All right, what else? Why do listings matter? If you guys that are brand new, if you don't walk out here with anything else this morning, you need to pound this into your head,
So
okay?
far, all the buyers I've talked to were because of a listing. They called and said, hey, I want to look at this house.
Okay, so this
So I would
is,
never have heard from them if it wasn't for a listing.
yeah, this is the reason for contact, okay? I'll give you a clue there, Kate, you're brand new. If more than 70% of your income is coming from listings, you're probably going to make a living in this business. If more than 70% of your income comes from working with buyers, you're probably not. or you're gonna work really hard for the money. Okay, one of those two things. Anything else about listings that's very important? You want me to be really honest with you guys? If the only way I could make a living in the real estate business is working with buyers, I wouldn't be in the real estate business. It's a crappy job. Truthfully. Okay? You know, if you got a no-brainer, what we call golly gee buyers, Josh. Golly gee, Josh, can you like sell me a house? We're so excited. Rita and I are so excited. We just want to go out and get one right away. We've been renting for way too long, and I got $10,000 in cash. Do you think that'll be good enough? My credit's pretty good. Can we go this weekend? That's what we call a golly gee buyer. New problem with that buyer. Okay? Don't misunderstand me. Josh is like, whoa, I've got my car warmed up. All right. No problem there. But stay focused on listings, guys. You know, they always talk about in sales 80% of the money being made by 20% of the people and blah, blah, blah. This is the #1 distinguishing characteristics of top producers in the real estate business. They focus on listings. They have listing acquisition programs. Okay, what else? You're missing the biggie here, guys. Okay. It's faster and easier to list a house than it is to sell one.
Oh, not kidding.
Can you expand on that for me, Tina? Do you have an idea on that stuff here?
I have a guy right now, he's great, he's got great credit, he's putting $40,000 down. He passed up the $8,000 tax credit. He's debating between 3 houses, and finally I said to him, Monday we're going to look and we're going to write an offer before you lose another house that you like. He's taking up way too much of my time.
Mm-hmm. Buyers can be time consuming. Suffice it to say that the average paycheck in our company for selling a house is around $3,300. So, you know, if you got 30 hours into these people, it's still a pretty good number. Okay, it's about $110 an hour, whatever. Okay, but it pales in comparison with how long does it take you to list a house, Tina?
It was embarrassing. I went, we signed the papers, and I put in the MLS, it was a couple of hours.
Yeah. Good.